Good morning, great rising. I'll post it later before it crosses my mind. Um, Today is Tuesday and rise with purpose. Great rising, rise with purpose, and be intentional about everything you're doing. So I was just here thinking, and I said, let me go live and just leave this video for those who were here. Um, be careful that with the things that we've been using as self-care, habits that we create to take care of ourselves, that it do not become that brought us freedom, does not bring us back to slavery. And the reason why it crossed my mind is because yesterday I was able to take a rest. I created this habit of working out. Working out is my number one tool to control my system, to help me to stay grounded, to help me to maintain healthy mind, healthy body. But in the same time, I came to a point where taking a rest was hard. If I would take a rest, I give example. For example, yesterday, it's Monday. I wouldn't. It's like I would not refuse to miss a Monday workout. But I worked out yesterday, and I'm a menstrual cycle, and yesterday, I was feeling my body and, feeling like, okay, I think I should just rest today and just work out tomorrow, take today's rest. And normally I would not be able to do that. I'll guilt myself. I'll feel guilty about taking that decision. I'll feel, that I'm not being disciplined and bring myself into condemnation. And I end up going and pushing myself. It's good that we create these habits. It's good that you create discipline, that you are a very disciplined person. But I realized that in my observation from, seeing people like doing self-care, that it's starting to become something that brought us freedom is becoming what is enslaving you. Why I say that? Because if you come into a place where you start to question your character, you constantly looking down on yourself, you have constantly negative thought about yourself because you need to rest one day, or you are overwhelmed and maybe fatigue because your body is telling you that you need to change something. Good morning. You're gonna take your bag out?
Huh?
You're gonna take the bag out?
Yeah.
Your Siri is trying to listen. Your schedule.
This is already almost over.
Well, not really, because they need to put it out. But yeah, so as I was saying, be careful that this thing all the shapes. The same thing that brought you freedom does not become the same thing that put you in chains. It's so back because you in control. And I think as a creature, we learn. We are, a habit of, like, we create habits. We live by habits. We learn behaviors. And like teaching across every platform is that you create these habits, that you become, and but in the same time, we have, like, in doing those things, we have to keep in mind that it's supposed to bring us freedom, not enslave us. Okay, so if you putting yourself in chain yourself, then what's the purpose of that freedom? Why did you regain freedom? So that's why you constantly see people trying to reset. I need to reset. I need to reset. Because I think that we need balance. We don't constantly have to be doing and never take a rest or feel guilty about taking a rest. I think we have been conditioned to believe that our values only come from doing. All right. Bye. Bye. Have a good day.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Dropping off my oldest daughter. I'm from the U.S. I'm living in the United States of America. Good morning. Good rising. I hope the car is not making a lot of noise. Dropping off my kids. Dropping off the oldest right now. But as I was driving, and I took a moment to reflect in my quietness, and I said, it's so interesting how when I was struggling mentally, and I was struggling with finding myself, I think finding purpose, finding meaning in life, and finding, and I would say freedom. And it's been many years. It's been many years, and I must say that there's been many areas of my life that I found healing, and I'm continue to grow. And then as we grow, I realize that sometimes, especially like I work out, I used to coach. I'm still a coach. I used to coach like at my gym, FaithfullFit, and the goal was to, and the mission was to motivate people and educate people about how to take care of themselves. Coping. Not now. I would not even say coping, but I would say overcoming trauma, and managing our emotions, managing our thinking, just being aware, and through working out, being able to quiet our mind, right? To quiet our mind, but then it comes to a place that I would say, like, I took a step back last year to kind of, reflect and to kind of pay attention to how am I gonna inspire or motivate going forward. I don't want to teach something and continue to do the same thing as everyone is doing, which is showing off how my body looks, or and then that's things that are in comparison, I would say, and really reflect on showing the authentic things, that the process of everything, how I move forward with everything that we do on a daily basis, and realizing too that the same thing that I use as a tool for self-care had started to become a chain, right? Because you cannot take a rest, or start to look down on your body the moment that there's shifts of small weights, or they shift in the physical appearance, and not realizing that our body change, especially as women. Hormones changes, right? So our body may react to training differently at some point. Our water weight fluctuates sometimes, right? And we condemn ourselves. We look down ourselves. So now the working out starts to become something that we do from a perspective of guilt, of shame, of, we identify with the physical appearance instead of continue to grow and to flourish and into being that freedom, to find peace. The number goal was to be at peace. So I just wanted to share that quickly. Have a great morning. Hello, good morning. And I probably will try to figure out, I'm supposed to be posting on YouTube later. I'm new to these lives. I said, I think what is the best way to share some reflection, to share something to give you perspective or to think about, then going live. I know right now it's easily that people confuse everything with AI. It's easy that, we go and we ask AI what he thinks, and he give us perspective on, how we should deliver something or the message. Then in reality, allow it to flow out of the heart. Okay, so be careful that you are not becoming slave to the same things that brought you freedom. We need to constantly, daily, intentionally pay attention and being aware of the things we do and how they are making us feel. They're making you feel. Okay, how these things is making you feel. Do you find freedom? So you need to ask your question: are these things bringing you freedom, or are they bringing you to chain again? Okay, so listen to your body. Pay attention to the things you're doing daily. If like the self-care is bringing you to chain, you need to pay attention to why are you doing it. And I give you example. I I'm not doing my nails. I took a break from doing my nails. I'm not saying never gonna do my nails, but if it's tying up my finance, if it's if it's bringing me to a struggle in another area of my well-being, and then it's bringing more problems than a resolution, why not find a different way? Okay, does that mean that if my nails is not done at the nail salon, I'm not taking care of myself? I don't think so. I think that's a perspective they brought us into. Like, it looks nice. I like doing my nails. I think it looks beautiful, but I was feeling like I have to do it. I have to do it. It's like placing it as a value. Like, if my nails not looking done by the professionals, it's like this is my identity. But I think that even as society, they might look at a woman with their nails not done, and then maybe, I don't know, look like, actually, I have heard people say it to me at some point before, and maybe that's why I started doing my nails all the time. It's like, oh, the type of work you do, you sit in the office, your nails should be looking beautifully. Your nails should not be looking like this. But and then you're constantly doing something that, one, is damaging your nails, two, it's taking up your money, and because everything's so expensive now. So it's like, I'm starting to think, is that like, is this really self-care? If it's bringing me into chain in other area, is it real self-care? Because wellness is, this I focus on 3 dimension of wellness, which is mind, body, and spirit. But wellness is way beyond that. It's your financial freedom. It's your social. It's your like learning. There's a lot of part that contribute to our wellness. It's how we grow and flourish as a whole. So I'm not gonna prolong this. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I just drop my thoughts, and then let me know what you think, and we can make a video and discuss it more. Comment, share, and I hope to see you around here more often. Great morning.